What's up, guys? Welcome to Universal's Football's Fans FanPark Live. This is the full-time analysis and match report brought to you by myself, Chris Kane of Touchline Fracker, and we'll be going over the Spurs and the Spurs and Huddersfield game that's finished 2-0 down to the Sun Brace. They got both goals either side of half-time, and we'll be going through the game, going through what we thought of each player performances, of Huddersfield's performances, Spurs performances. We'll be going through obviously the other results during the league, and just a reminder that we're powered by OneFootball, the app, where you can find all of the news, the stats, the results, the fixtures, league tables, so on and so on Android and on iPhones. And also by UK Soccer Shop. It's a one-stop shop where you can get all kinds of football gear, boots, jerseys and whatnot. And if you go onto our website, Universal Football Fans website, follow the links, an Ultimate Football Fan. And if you have a look at our links, which will be on the top right hand corner of in the description of the YouTube link, sorry. And then if you actually go onto the Ultimate Football Fan website, if you look at the top right hand corner, you see a little link there that says perks. And then if you enter in our code, which will be UFF, you'll be able to get 15% off any merchandise that you see on the website. So that's the Ultimate Football Fan website. Follow the links, use our code, and you'll be able to get some stuff for a little bit cheaper than you would have. And yeah, let's go through the game. Make sure that you try to call us in, and if you can't get through to us on the phone, leave a comment on the YouTube link so I can go through them and I'll see for myself, and then we'll get into a nice discussion, a nice back and forth about the game and about Spurs in general, or Huddersfield in general, and what you thought and anything in between. So let's have a look at some of the results. So right now I'm on the app. I'm going to go through the fixtures, obviously go into the Spurs fixtures, so we can just go through. Okay, hold on. Yeah. Alright, so here we go. So, okay, cool. Whoop. That's the game that we'll be doing later. Yeah, so if we're going to go through the different stats. So, I mean, anyone who saw the game, even without having to go through the app first, complete domination by Spurs. I mean, it's hard to say how up for Huddersfield were or what they had planned, but at the end of the day, there's a big gap in quality between both sides. And both sides, you know, are at either end of the spectrum when it comes to their form. Spurs flying high. I read somewhere that they haven't lost in 2018 so far, which is amazing, considering that we're in March already, and Huddersfield at the moment in a pretty precarious position towards the bottom of the table. And yeah, like first half complete domination. Spurs came up with plenty of chances. Second half, more of the same thing. Tempo wasn't as high as you thought it would be, considering that Huddersfield were, you know, trying to get back into the game. But Sun scored at a time where I guess it more or less killed off the game. It was pretty easy in terms of Spurs and what they had to do, which is more of the same, really, just keep hold of the ball. We'll go through some of the individual player performances. I mean, in terms of who was voted the best player, you got Heung-min Son, so that's pretty predictable considering he scored both goals. I don't know if he'd be my man of the match though, only because, of course, whoever gets the goals will tend to get the headlines, especially if they score more than one. But every time I've seen Spurs play, today included, I mean, Christian Eriksen, it's very, it'll be very interesting to see, considering how Spurs finished the season, how he's going to be rated, because I feel like in terms of his form, I don't know how he'd be playing any better. When you consider where he's playing, the kind of player that he is, he's playing at a top level right now. And it isn't just against you Huddersfield. We saw what he done a couple of weeks ago against Juventus in the Champions League, and I predict for him to have an equally good game this Wednesday coming. So we'll start getting into our phone calls now. Hi, how you doing? You're talking to Chris.
Hello.
Hi, what's your name?
Hello, my name's Darrell. I'm from Middlesbrough today.
How you doing, Darrell? You alright?
Yes, I'm not too bad. Thank you very much, mate.
Yeah. So I'm told you're a United fan.
Yes, I am.
Are we talking about United today, or are we talking about the what was on your mind?
Tottenham game.
Okay, what did you think?
I think Tottenham played well. They were a better team of them two, deservedly getting the win. You know, as a United fan, I would have preferred Huddersfield to have won the game, but
Yeah.
Tottenham were the better side, and the better side deserved to win.
I mean, as a United fan, you played each other not too long ago, and obviously with Spurs running out winners. United fans, great expectations. You've got Mourinho in since last season. You've invested a lot of money, but Spurs aren't that far off. So how much of a threat do you think they are towards what you want to achieve in the league, generally speaking?
Well, they've shown how they can beat United, and they've shown about how they can do against Chelsea and all the other big teams.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be I think it's going to be very tense finale to the season of who's going to get Champions League football and who's going to get Europa League football.
Yeah.
I mean, the points within the table.
Yeah.
The top four, it's very tight. It's so tight. Obviously, excluding Manchester City.
Yeah.
Well, they're just winning wide.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's going to be a tense finale. Look, the top four: United are second, 59. Tottenham third, 58. Liverpool 57. Chelsea 53. I mean, that just shows how close it is between the top four and the fifth and sixth place. So, Spurs played out very well today. A young Min again. I mean, I don't know how many goals he's scored now this season, but he's scored quite a good amount of goals.
Yeah, I mean, we can have a look now.
Yeah, okay, no problem.
I mean, go on. Don't stop on my account. Just go through the goals.
He's an absolutely amazing player. I don't know how to tell. I mean, he's obviously one of them. He's a South Korean player, and he's very good with his finishing touches, as he showed today. For him to get 2 goals, I think is very good for them.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping United can get away from Spurs, because otherwise United are in risk of ending up in the Europa League.
Well, I mean, Son's played in the Premier League. He's played 28 games out of the 29. He scored 10, which isn't too bad. And obviously, he's been in and out of the starting lineup, so he's not been starting all of these games. In the Champions League, he's scored 3 and 6. He scored 2 in the FA Cup, and none in the League Cup. So he's got in total 15 goals. 15 goals, which is decent at this level, especially considering he's not a regular starter. And I think that's what Spurs have kind of been missing as well. That second player behind Harry Kane, that third really, because you've got Ali in there who hasn't scored as many this season. So I do think when the three of them are playing, then you've got enough where you're kind of confident that at least one out of the three can get you a goal. Yeah. Okay, Daryl. Well, listen, thank you very much for your call. Actually, I did want to get your opinion on something. Before I ask the real question, what's your opinion of Mourinho at United? Like, how confident do you feel going forward with him at the helm?
My opinion of Mourinho?
Yeah.
I think he's a good manager. I mean, he's definitely our best manager since Fergie retired.
Yeah.
Because obviously he's won a European competition, he's won the Europa League, he's won the Cup. But I think he might be successful this season. We could possibly win the Champions League. We won't win the Carabao Cup because Man City have already won it. We could win the FA Cup if the ties go the right way.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of them seasons. You don't know what's going to happen, but I think we can win at least the FA Cup and probably the Champions League. And he has created a better team than what we've seen in the past, again since 2013. If we win the Champions League, it'll be absolutely amazing. But you have to remember, you've got Chelsea, you've got Man City, you've got Liverpool, all them other teams that you could be facing in the next round.
Yeah, as well as Real Madrid, Barcelona.
I'm
PSG.
really looking forward to seeing Mourinho's future at United, and I hope, regardless of what happens, I hope he stays. If we end up in the Champions League spaces, I just hope he stays at United, because it's going to be, it's just going to be one of them seasons where you don't know what's going to go right. Something goes right, something goes wrong. You just have to take it as it goes, and that's with every single team.
Yeah, well, the reason I ask is because there's a lot of United fans that aren't happy with him, and a lot of them have touted Pochettino as a replacement, a possible replacement anyway. I mean, have you had an idea or a think about possible replacements if Mourinho were to leave or to get sacked?
Possible replacement for us if Mourinho did leave, I would say, well, we would need to get another manager that's strong like him.
Yeah.
You know, I'd say maybe he's, well, not Arsene Wenger with the way he's doing it at the minute.
Yeah, definitely.
If I was going to pick a United manager for replacement, I would pick probably Luis Enrique.
Okay, that's a shout.
Yeah.
Well, listen, thank you very much for your call. Great insight, and then continue viewing because we're going to be covering the Liverpool-Newcastle game later on. And yeah, thanks again, mate.
Good, thank you very much, mate.
Take it easy. About to get into our next phone calls. So, guys, keep on bringing in the calls. Keep on leaving the comments in on the YouTube channel. But yeah. We'll have a look at some of the comments now. So, yeah. It's a good start. I really want to get into rival fans' opinion of Pochettino and if they would have him over at their club, because I find that pretty interesting in terms of some of the opinions available. But yeah, let me just go through some of your comments and see what you guys have left behind. So that's the Ultimate Football Fan YouTube live stream. Yeah, okay, cool. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so we're going to get more phone calls. So guys, keep on calling, keep on calling, keep on calling, keep on calling. So we've got a lot of United fans that are calling in today. It's the second in a row. And you guys aren't playing until tomorrow. Hey, you speaking to Chris on FanPark Live. Who am I speaking to?
Oh, hello there. My name's Ahmed. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Armin. How you doing?
Yeah, not bad. And yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. Thank you, man. So who are we talking about? Spurs today or United? What have you got in mind?
Well, I just heard you comment regarding Pochettino. I can't say his
Pochettino.
name. Yeah, sorry, a bit of sore throat as well.
It's fine.
Just regarding Pochettino, you said about rival fans, how we sort of rate him and sort of regard him.
Yeah.
I personally think the thing which I think he's a really, really good manager, and I think he deserves a lot of credit for bringing in all of sort of the youth players as well, giving Harry Kane a chance.
Yeah.
I think as well the recruitment has been very good. Like if you look at Toby Alder, I can't even say his name either.
Alderweireld.
The centre back. I think he wasn't even starting for Atletico. He was a substitute when they won the league. He brought him, and he's probably, you could argue, the best centre back in the Premier League. And there's a lot of interest from other clubs.
Yeah, he's definitely in the conversation. I think Spurs will definitely want to get him to sign that contract at the end of the season because he's a free agent, I think, afterwards. Yeah.
So I think definitely, I mean, Tottenham, and they're very, sort of, if you look at the spine as well, Lloris, Alderweireld, Vertonghen's a very good centre-back. You've got Dembele, Wanyama, and then obviously you've got Harry Kane up front. The spine is really strong.
Yeah.
But for me, I think the bit where I would say that it's kind of sort of holds Pochettino back is that he's not won any silverware.
Yeah. And
I think a sign of a great manager is you've got to win trophies.
Yeah.
And I think as well, they have had chances as well. I mean, if you look at the time they're competing with Leicester for the league, you could argue they could have won the league. They ran Chelsea close last season. So I think you can't really compare him to sort of the big names, the sort of the Guardiolas or the Simeones or Allegri's, these sort of the top managers, if you haven't won big trophies. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's really admirable what he's done with Tottenham with sort of a lower budget than the other clubs as well. And I'm not knocking. I think it's a brilliant achievement, but that's just the only thing for me as a United fan and looking at that. I think as well you read sort of comparisons. The press saying he's comparing him to Ferguson. He's not like Ferguson. Ferguson won so many leagues, you know.
Yeah.
So you can't really compare that to him. But I think he's a very good manager, definitely.
Okay. And moving the question on a little bit in terms of Eriksen, because I'm a massive fan and I wanted to bring this up. In regards to all of the number 10s in the league, so Ozil, KDB, David Silva. If you want to throw in Eden Hazard, I guess you could throw him in there as well. Where do you rank Eriksen in terms of the number 10s in the league?
Bit of a difficult one, because even if you look at a number 10, I think this season kind of the number 10 and sort of even your sort of number 8 have been interchangeable as well.
Yeah,
if you look
good
at
point.
Kevin De Bruyne he's been playing a lot deeper than he was playing last season.
Yeah.
And even if you kind of look at it as well, at times Pogba was playing at number 10 as well at the start of the season. So he's been playing as a 8, sometimes as a 6 as well.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a difficult one in terms of, even Hazard has been playing on the wing, sometimes playing as a number 9. So it's a bit difficult in that sense. I personally would probably say Ozil is probably the best number 10.
Okay.
Just the fact that I think if he's played with sort of better players and sort of faster wingers like he played at Real Madrid with Ronaldo, Benzema and Higuain as well, I think Ozil can really sort of just create a pass out of nowhere.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think in terms of consistency, you'd probably say I think Eriksen as well, and I think he's very good with set pieces as well.
Yeah.
So, but just talking about my team, United, I'm really happy with, in terms of, I'm not too happy with, obviously, with football. I think it's not been brilliant.
Yeah.
But I'm happy with the progress, because you look at it, we came 6th last season. You
guys have pushed up at second place, and it's progress, but obviously have you closed the gap? And I think that's where the challenge is for United, and that's where a lot of United fans aren't happy. Yeah,
and I think for us as well, nobody's kind of talked about it. We missed Bailly for a lot of the season. He's, I reckon, going to be one of the best centre backs in a few years' time.
Okay,
so
all right.
It's really done. But thank you so much for giving time.
No worries, man. No problem.
Take care of yourself.
All right, take it easy.
Bye-bye, mate.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Okay, guys, now we're going to move on to We Are Tottenham live, and then they'll give us their opinion on the game. Okay, so catch you after this.
What's up, UFF? 2-0 to Spurs at Wembley at the end of the day. It was a pretty easy win. Dominant first half, created loads of chances. We kind of took our foot off the gas in the second half. Despite creating a fair amount of chances, it was a bit kind of cruised to the 2-0 win. I thought 2 great finishes from Heung-min-son. The first one, played through from Dele Alli. He rounded the keeper and it was a lovely finish. And the second one was a world-class cross from Harry Kane on the right-hand side. Somehow picked out Sonny on the left at the far post, and it was a lovely, delicate header on the bounce into the far corner for 2-0. Great performances again from Dembele, from Christian Eriksen. I thought stood out, and Dele Alli I thought also was a pretty good game. Harry Kane didn't really have his shooting boots on today, but his assist more than made up for it. Absolutely fantastic assist from Harry Kane for the second goal. We now move on to Juventus with 17 games unbeaten, with 5 points ahead of Chelsea, playing Man City on Sunday. So a really positive day for Spurs. No injuries before the Champions League second leg against Juventus on Wednesday. So really, really positive. I'm very, very happy with how today has gone. Another 2 goals for Heung-min-son. Is now 10 Premier League goals for the season. Is he one of the most underrated players in the Premier League? I'd argue for sure, with 10 Premier League goals after 14 last season. Who knows how many he'll get this season. Harry Kane with his quest for the Golden Boot didn't get any goals today, but I thought he gave a great performance up front, holding the ball up, bringing other people to play, and a fantastic cross that led to the second goal. Can't really complain about that. So 2-0, fantastic result for Spurs, and move on to Wednesday. Come on, you Spurs.
There we go. There. So, oh wow, a lot of guys aren't happy with Ozil being Ben and Eriksen. So I mean, listen. Okay, so this is the part where you guys are going to say I have an agenda. So I'm an Arsenal fan, but believe it or not, I don't really let that get in the way of like my opinion, like an objective opinion of different teams. Spurs in particular, I actually rate you guys quite a lot. Now, in terms of talent, for me, when you're rating a player, you can't separate talent from their actual performance. So for me, Mesut Ozil is a more talented player than Eriksen, but I'd find it very, very difficult to argue that he's played better this season than Eriksen has. Now, the reason I say that is because, well, Eriksen has just been playing better. Has he been playing much better? I wouldn't say that, because I still think Ozil's actually had a pretty good season. But obviously, when you look at Arsenal's best player having a good season and you think, okay, but Arsenal having a bad season, that doesn't really work. which has validity, don't get me wrong. I don't know if Eriksen at Ozil will do better than what Ozil's doing at the moment, and that's the reason why I can't say that Eriksen is a better player than Ozil. I'm of the belief that if you just swap both players and you put Ozil into that Spurs system and how you've got that team put together, he'd play as good, if not better. Probably better, in my opinion, because he's got more to his game. So I don't think that's a particularly wild shout that Armin made in terms of Ozil being the best number 10. But again, I get it, and especially because we're rivals, I doubt you Spurs fans will agree. But do you know what? We've got a Spurs fan that's about to call me, so I may get a bit of a berating. Let's see. Hi, speaking to Chris on FanPark Live. Talk to me.
Hello?
What's your name?
My name's Alan. I'm a Tottenham fan.
Okay, how you doing? You alright?
I'm really good. I was quite shocked for you to say that Ozil was playing better than...
I didn't say he was playing better. I said he was better. I didn't say he was playing better.
Yeah, but wait a minute. Ozil's gone missing. The last 3 big games you've had,
yeah.
Where's he been? He's gone missing. Any big game, he goes missing.
Okay, so you're talking, obviously, Spurs, our last game, and the 2 City games, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, my thing is this. Even the best players can go missing if the team is that dysfunctional, yes or no?
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
What is it about Eriksen do you think that if you're to swap both players, that Eriksen would not go missing?
For number one, he works hard. If you look at all the running stats,
okay,
he runs the most distance. He puts it in. If he's not playing well, he puts it in. And that's the big difference between the two.
I won't disagree with you there, but Ozil has also come at the top of a lot of distance covered stats and whatnot. He actually does in a lot of work, but I think his body language, his demeanour won't give you that impression. But literally, do your Googles. I will guarantee you that in a lot of those stats, the same stats that you're talking about, Ozil will come top, if not in and around the top as well. So again, I ask you, what is it about Eriksen's game that makes you think that in this Arsenal team, in the setup that we are, in the bad form that we're in, that he would do any better than Ozil?
What's his game?
Say that again. Sorry, Lenny. I think is he cut out? Have you cut out? Say that one more time if you can. I'm not going to take that as me winning the argument because I think that's his bad reception or something. But I challenge any Spurs fans, leave the comments in the YouTube live stream, or even more importantly, give us a call, and then I'm more than happy to go back and forth. And again, I'll repeat, this is not because I'm an Arsenal fan, because I will say the same thing about the likes of like Coutinho, when people say Coutinho is better than him, so on and so on. I think the only number 10s that you can say are outright better than Mesut Ozil at this current stage is KDB, Eden Hazard if you want to put him in that box, and perhaps David Silva. But I'm not having Eriksen in there. No, not just yet. Not just yet. I'd be very interested to see what he does in the Champions League, though, because if there's one thing that impressed me in terms of his performances and where I put him amongst the elite, it's that game versus Juventus. Because I always think that when you have a talented player that plays to his level against teams superior to him or superior to the team that he plays for, that says a lot about him as an individual. So when I saw that against Juventus, because Juventus are a superior side, well, generally speaking, to Spurs, if not for that last game, then I think that says a lot about him. And I think it says a lot about even Dembele, because he was arguably the best player on the pitch. So, yes, I want you guys to challenge me on that. I want arguments, I want proof, I want receipts, I want it all. Let's go through some more of the comments. Okay. Hold on. Getting ready for another call. Hoping it's a Spurs fan. Hoping it's a Spurs fan. It's a Chelsea fan. Ugh.
That's cool.
How you doing? You speaking to Chris on FanPark Live.
Hi there.
Who am I speaking to?
So I'm Alex, and I'm a Chelsea supporter.
Okay, talk to me. Are we talking about Spurs or are we talking about Chelsea?
I mean, we can talk about whichever you want.
Spurs? No, listen. You dictate it here. Like, talk about Spurs? Let's go Spurs.
What? I mean, I haven't really watched the game, but I mean, I wanted to comment what you said about Pochettino.
Okay.
And all that, and you know, his links to Man United, and you know, rumored links to Real Madrid, and all that. The thing is that yes, I can agree. Pochettino is a great manager. What he's done for Tottenham, how he's turned the club around. I do agree. He's a great manager in that. But when you're looking at a club like Man United or Real Madrid,
yeah,
you're looking for trophies.
yeah,
And when you look at Pochettino, you don't really see a trophy cabinet at Tottenham.
no,
So
true.
I think the moment he starts winning trophies, that's when I think he will be. I think he will be at the caliber of Manchester United's or Real Madrid manager.
Can I ask you a question?
But he needs to. Go ahead.
Can I ask you a question? What do you think is a better demonstration of success? Finishing second regularly with Spurs, or winning the league with a Manchester United?
To be honest, I think it. Personally, I mean, it depends on what's the club's ambition. To be honest, I think for Man United or Real Madrid, their ambition is to win trophies. They don't care if you finish second.
Yeah.
So for Tottenham, however, they haven't really won a trophy since 2007.
Yeah.
So I think under that criteria, what they're doing is amazing.
Okay.
But it's very different to the ambition of Man United, Real Madrid, Chelsea, Man City, those type of clubs.
I mean, just to wrap it up, just as my final point, the only thing I would say about that is that the ambition is going to be different because what they have available to them is different. So in terms of players that you can sign, the quality of players are already there, so on and so on. I think it's a different structure. So it's expected because they've got everything in place. But obviously with a team like Spurs, they won't have all of the pieces.
At Spurs, they do have quality players, but they do, and a lot of those players have the potential to be Man United players, to be Real Madrid players, like Harry Kane, like Dele Alli.
True.
But the thing is that it's about trying to win trophies with those players, and if you can't do that with Tottenham, then who's to say you can actually do it with Man United or Real Madrid?
True. Point well noted. Well, listen, guys, I'm going to have to finish off the call. Thank you very much for calling in and making some great points. And then stick around for the Liverpool-Newcastle game. And, yeah, hope to speak to you soon.
Well, hopefully I will.
No worries.
All right.
Take it easy, mate.
Yeah, you too.
So, guys, now we're going to have a quick video from Terry talking about the game. And then after that, Liverpool-Newcastle. Peace.
What's happening, FanPark Live? I know Chris is going to do an absolutely amazing job in place of me today, as ever. Fantastic presenter. I hope you've enjoyed the game. I just wanted to say today I'm actually out. I'm moving house. As you can see, the lampshade behind me. I've got some packed up bags behind me as well. So I'm in the process of moving house at the moment. Some of you might have seen some of my videos from within my new humble abode, as it were. But I just wanted to say thank you for tuning in as ever. Support Chris. Call in as much as you normally do. Make sure you've all smashed that like button as well. Make sure you've done that. And if you haven't done so already, get the UFF, the Ultimate Football Fan app downloaded. It's been rejuvenated. It's been updated. It's an amazing thing. You can get it from whatever your app store is. Go and get it downloaded. Exclusive content, exclusive videos on there every single day. Absolutely amazing. Go check it out. But as ever, I'll be back tomorrow. Live streaming as ever with you guys. Just a little bit of a day off today. I'll hand back over to Chris. Fantastic job as ever, guys. I love and miss you all dearly.
Okay, so thank you, Terry, for that video. We much appreciated it, and I'm in full agreement with him. Guys, subscribe, like, follow, anything Ultimate Football Fan related, okay? So that'd be YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, the app, and definitely get us on the app because that's what we need you to get on. And we're also powered by OneFootball, so download that app too, available on Android and iPhone on the App Store. And also hit us up on the UK Soccer Shop app and the website, sorry, where you'll be able to get all the latest football jerseys, boots, any kind of gear that you needed. If you look at the description below, you'll get a link to the website, and on the top right hand corner of the website you'll see perks, a little tab in the corner. Click on that, use the discount code UFF to get 15% off any products that you choose to buy. It's been emotional, great game with Spurs now moved up to third and a point in behind Manchester United, putting the pressure up on that for that second place position. Huddersfield, it's going to be a tough stretch towards the end of the season. It's been great, guys. See you soon.